Hello and welcome to day 3. It's great to see what everybody's doing, and there's a lot to fit into today because we're going to be doing some overpainting of the sky and the sea. We're going to be doing some underpainting of the path and also the second layer on the cliff face at the back, and you're putting in the little fence. So there's quite a bit going on today, but that's nice because it gives you a bit of variety. So I shall look forward to seeing you later on the live. Have fun. So now for the underpainting of the path, and I'd like to accentuate that it's got sun on it this side and shadow on it this side. So we're going in with this sort of fairly light mauve, which is where it's in shadow because it's cooler. That is A34, and then A20, which is a cool sort of beigey colour for the actual sand. And don't forget, it's still just the underpainting at the moment. Try and go in the direction of the sand. And then in here, we'll just begin to put some lights in. And there you can see how it gives that effect of it being sort of graduated. Now I am going to paint it again. Just make sure it's a bit clean, and I'm going to go down the light side first. Again, we don't want to be too fussy. And then we have this little bit of sand out here, which I'm just going to put in at the moment. It's a fairly cool colour. That will dry. The other thing I need to do is just bring my sea in here a little bit. I just want that to come down a bit further. That's it. We'll come back to that when the underpainting below has dried. That's all the underpainting done, and the next steps will be to go in and put the second layer of colour on. So our next part of work is to put another layer on the sky and sea and go from there. So I'm coming back in with the colours I used earlier, and you can probably see that it's covering really well now, and it's much easier to blend because there's already pastel in the paper. And I want to get that illusion of depth with my sky. So I've gone in with my BV10, that was. Now the BV9, just to merge it down, really to meet that cooler colour at the bottom. That's it. If you're using UArt or Fisher 400, you will find that the pastels themselves will blend on the paper for you. So you don't have to blend with your finger. And in fact, the more you blend, the more you lose the luminosity. So it's best not to over blend. Here I'm just blending where the colours join. But I'd like to maybe have an illusion of some clouds in the sky. It's not a completely clear day.
And I've just brought that horizon line down a little bit, and I'm going to go back over that. Most of this is going to be hidden by the foliage. But hopefully you can see that that kind of gives the illusion of distance. I think I want to make this less noticeable as well. So I'm just going to come in and merge these two colours with my middle blue. Just so that the transition's less noticeable. That's better, I think. Yeah, I think that's better. And you can move the pastels around on the paper. Excuse me. So the next thing, you can cut round your rock with your lighter pastels to give it a bit of outline. Now I'm coming down to the sea, and I'm using my OB8, which is the greeny blue. Now, if you need to use a ruler to get your horizon straight, feel free. I just want that to look like there's a little bit of definition on my horizon. It's quite hard from the angle I'm drawing at actually to get a straight line, but it's as near as. You won't necessarily always see the horizon anyway. And then as I come down, I've got the OB7, which is the more turquoise colour. And I'm going to intermix that with this darker blue. It's going to look darker further away. Bring it in a little bit over this rock. And I don't want to blend now. I want it to look like there's some highlights on the water. Carry that off, and as that comes down, I'm using the same colour I used in the sky just to lighten up the foreground a little. Do I blend? I might blend a little bit. If I overblend, then I'll come back and put some more in. Yeah, I am going to blend that, mainly because it's too far in the distance to have much detail in. So that comes then down to the beach and the fence. And I think I might well bring that fence over a little bit, because in the picture, this is a narrower. I don't want it right. I don't want my highlight right in the centre, but I think I will might bring this out more and put the rocks in here and then bring this across. So I'm going to use this bright P5 in the distance because there will be some light on the beach, and it will just gently blend in with the water. That's okay, I think. Now I'm going to concentrate on the first or the second layer of my rock, and I don't want too much attention brought to this because it's in the distance, but I want it to look like maybe there's a little bit of grass on it. So I'm just very gently touching just in a few areas. And that's all I'm going to do. Now my fence, I'm coming in now with this really dark purple, A30 this is, to get some more definition. on my fence. Nothing too accurate. And then I'm just going to give my rock a bit more definition. Again, I'm using that same technique of very, very gently using the pastel. In fact, this comes right across that fence.
And that's it for day 3.